Good morning, and welcome back to Godly Play. Let's take a couple of deep breaths and get ready. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Are you ready? Jesus was born to the Mother Mary and the Father Joseph. Jesus grew to be a boy, and he went to Jerusalem with the Mother Mary and the Father Joseph, and he listened and spoke with the rabbis in the temple. Jesus grew to be a man, and he went to the River Jordan and was baptized by his cousin John. After he was baptized to the River Jordan, Jesus went across to the desert, where he was tempted. Jesus came back across the Jordan River and began to do his work. But what was his work? His work was to come close to people, especially the people no one else wanted to come close to. See, he has come close to this blind man. He is so close that he has touched the blind man's eyes. When Jesus came close to people, they changed. They could see things they could never see before. They could do things they could never do before. They became well. Jesus also told parables, and finally he knew that he had to become a parable. So he turned toward Jerusalem for the last time. Jesus went to Jerusalem for the last time. It was the time of the Passover, and the city was full of people from many different lands. They thought Jesus was coming to be king, but they weren't paying attention. He wasn't riding on a great white horse when he came to the city. He wasn't being carried by soldiers. He was riding on a donkey, and it wasn't even his donkey. He had borrowed it. Still that Sunday, when Jesus came into Jerusalem, people waved palm branches, which were a sign of kings. On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Jesus went to the temple to teach. Every night he went back to the Mount of Olives with the 12, and the people watched him and whispered that the Mount of Olives was where angels were supposed to come down to make an army to drive away the Roman soldiers. One day when Jesus was teaching in the temple, he said, "Do you see that old woman over there? She's going to put something in the money box. Listen, did you hear anything?" No. She put the smallest coin there is in the box. That was all the money she had. Now, here comes a rich man. He has so much money to put into the money box that he had to have help to carry it. His money makes a huge clanging and ringing as they pour it into the box. Now I wonder, which one really gave the most? The old woman or the rich man? Some said the rich man gave the most. Some said the old woman. The temple guards said on Thursday, "We will take him." But on Thursday they could not find him. That evening, Jesus and the 12 hurried through the dark streets to a house. They climbed up the stairs to the upper room and shared their Last Supper together. After they had everything they wanted to eat, Jesus took some bread and gave thanks to God for it. Then he broke it and said something like, "Whenever you break the bread like this and share it, I will be there." He also took a cup of wine, gave thanks to God for it, and said, "Whenever you share a cup of wine like this, I will be there." What was he talking about? He was always saying things like that. How could they know? Still, they did not forget, and later they would understand. Suddenly, Judas got up and left. The rest sang a hymn, and they went to the Garden of Gethsemane on the Mount of Olives. Jesus wanted to pray. When he was finished, he joined the 12. But Judas came out of the dark and greeted him. This was a signal for the temple guards to take him. They too came out of the shadows and took Jesus away with them into the night. The 12 disappeared in the darkness as well,